Okay, so there are many aspects about a Shipibo style ceremony that I find utterly fascinating and mind blowing. And one of those aspects is the songs that are sung in ceremony. So the proper term for the songs are ikaros or ikaros, if you want to sound cool with the proper accent. So what ikaros mean is medicine song. And there are a lot of medicine songs sung in various traditions that use plant medicine, and these songs are sung to manage the energy, which is very fascinating in its own right because these songs are essentially a technology, and somewhere along the way our ancestors figured out that by singing or chanting that they were able to control the energies in the room and call in plant spirits. And this makes a lot of sense because as you go deeper into this world you realize that our words are extremely powerful, right? Which is why one of the first verses in the entire Bible was in the beginning was the word. Also, words are nothing more than frequencies and vibrations. And at the most basic fundamental level, we know that everything is energetic. Everything has a frequency and a vibration to it. So by using the power of our voice, the power of our words, these vibrations have a lot of control and influence over the ceremony, which super cool. And if you've ever experienced it, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So most ceremonial cultures that sing medicine songs, now obviously I don't know every culture, I'm not an expert at this, but to my knowledge, most cultures sing very traditional songs, meaning they sing the same songs over and over again. And these songs are usually taught to the practitioner from their teacher, and then maybe they develop some songs on their own, and they have songs for heartbreak, and they have songs for sadness, and they have songs for removing dark energies, and they have songs for bringing in love and bringing in light. And like I said, they essentially sing the same songs every single time, which is still really cool. But to my knowledge, one thing that makes the Shipibo unique and no other culture does is that when they sing, 90% of the time they are freestyling, which is amazing and makes a lot of sense. So when they are, whether they are cleaning the room or they are working on an individual, they are freestyling in the moment. So if you've ever had a song sung to you in a Shipibo style ceremony, that song was the first time and only time they ever sang that song. And what's even crazier is if you came up at a different time in ceremony, there's a good chance the song you received would be different. And why this is amazing and why this works so well is because think about energies, right? Energies are very dynamic. They are constantly moving and they are constantly changing. In fact, we know that energy is neither created nor destroyed. It just transforms from one form to the other. So because of that, ceremony and energies in general are very dynamic. So this ability to be able to operate and change on the fly and be able to chase these energies around the room is very effective. And, because I think about this, one of my favorite quotes goes something like, "No man steps in the same river twice, for he is not the same man, and it is not the same river," which again means that everything is changing and the variables are different at any moment in time. So I really love the fact that these songs are unique, and also from a practitioner standpoint, it's a lot more fun, right? It's fun to be able to have the tools to make things up as you go because it keeps things fun and it keeps things entertaining and it keeps things new, right? I always think about a band and maybe the Eagles, for example. If you go to an Eagles concert, everybody wants to hear Hotel California, right? Well, you know who doesn't want to hear Hotel California? the Eagles. They're tired of singing that song. Anyway, the songs you hear in a Shipibo style ceremony are unique and freestyled, and that is why the Shipibo are recognized as some of the best healers on the planet. See you on the other side.